everybody, this is your upper body build and burn workout. For equipment today, you're gonna want a number of different weights. We are gonna be hitting some bigger lifts like a chest press, but we're also gonna be hitting some smaller things like a lot of rear delt flies. So you'll have some chances throughout the workout to grab different options based on your equipment. And then if you've got a bench, I want you to grab that as well, but bare minimum, you're gonna want a chair just for some hand support. We do have a warm up, so let's make our way down to the mat to get that guy started. So coming down onto the knees, we'll start with a tall kneeling swimmer. If for whatever reason knees doesn't feel great, you're gonna pop this guy up to the feet. So we're on the knees, toes are tucked under, hips fully pushed forward. We bring the hands back behind the head. Drive those elbows out to the side, just make sure the ribs don't come with it. So we want that nice neutral spine. From here, all together, we extend those arms into our Y. Let's flip them to the back. We reach back as far as we can, and then we bend the elbows, stack on the small of the back. Reverse it, lift up. Straighten at the elbows, flip the palms all the way up into that Y position, back behind the head. So big goal here, we're trying to get those arms as far back behind us as possible without compromising from the torso. So what we don't want is to start to pop the ribs open, arch the low back. So we want to keep that neutral spine. Let's go for 2 more. We should start to feel some nice tension building up through that entire arm. Good, last one here. After you finish this last rep, we're gonna grab a medium weight. I would say 10 to 20 pounds is good, something you don't mind holding up overhead. So I'm gonna demo this once, then we'll do it together. Let's start with the left arm. So left arm is up, left leg is up. Notice that it's out to the diagonal, back leg turned in, toes are tucked. I'm gonna come down into a rotational windmill. So as I come down the leg, booty goes back, I'm curling in front of the body so I get a little bit more rotation through the trunk, and then we're coming all the way back up. We're gonna go for 30 seconds on each side here. So again, let's start with that left side. We've got left arm up, left leg up, toes tucked under. We start in 3, 2, and 1. So we're coming down the thigh, twisting in front of that torso as much as you can. We pop it up. If that rotation is not accessible to you quite yet, you're gonna come right down to the hand and pop back up. The biggest thing I'm looking for here is making sure the hips are driving back and we're not just falling out to the side. So we're trying to create some space through those glutes, warming up the shoulder, finish out 1 more on this side, and then we'll just switch it over to the right. So right side up, left side down. We've got 30 more seconds here. We'll probably get in around 5 to 7 reps, but I don't want you to think about getting in as many reps as quickly as possible. This is about time under tension. This is about quality movement here, okay? You're halfway through, give me a few more. You got about 5 seconds, so finish out your last rep, re-rack it, and we'll meet standing. So we're gonna go for a little goblet drop. I'm gonna show 2 variations. So if you've got a kettlebell, I would grab something, I'm gonna show with 25 pounds. I would say that's a nice sweet spot. But also if you have dumbbells, you're gonna grab a medium set of dumbbells instead, okay? So again, kettlebell or dumbbell, whatever you have access to, I'm gonna show you both options. What we're gonna do is a goblet drop or a 2-hand drop, depending on your equipment. We really just wanna fire up our reactivity. So what we're gonna do, kettlebell people, we pop that guy up to our goblet position. We take a big inhale. On your exhale, you're gonna drop it right between the feet. I'm hovering off the floor, so please do not hit the floor with it. Then we're gonna pop it back up. Big exhale. So what we're trying to do here is use your core to catch and stop that weight before it hits the ground, okay? If you're utilizing dumbbells, very similar, but it's gonna be on the outside of your body. Weights are up on the shoulders. Slow motion first, elbows are coming back. You're gonna let them drop next to your sides, okay? Fast motion, big inhale, we catch them, all right? So either variation is fine with me. We're gonna do this twice, 5 reps, 30 seconds between, and then we do it 1 more. So I'm gonna show kettlebell this first round. Feet on either side of the bell. We're just gonna pop it up. Again, dumbbells, you're gonna rack them on the shoulders. Big inhale. Exhale, drop. Good, pop it back up. 4 more, inhale. Exhale, drop. Nice, 3 more in your own time. Very good. Take 30 when you're done that. I'm gonna switch to dumbbells so we get both variations. And again, we don't need to go crazy heavy here. This is just about making sure that core can fire quickly, getting that reactivity going, and getting a little bit more of our body woken up before we jump into some true power work, okay? We got 10 more seconds, one more time. So locate the weights you're gonna use. I'm gonna show dumbbell. So again, tighter stance so we don't hit the knees. Weights are coming up to the shoulders. So bring your weight up high. We take that big inhale. Exhale, catch. Good, give me 4 more. Very nice. Once you're done there, that is the end of our warm-up. So we're gonna move right into our power block. We're working on some snatches today, single arm. So I want you to grab a weight that is about 5 pounds heavier than you would strict press overhead for like 8 to 12 reps, okay? As I'm flipping my Garmin around so I don't crack the screen. So locate something that's a little bit heavier than you would strict press, and we're gonna meet back for some snatches. All right, so our snatch variation today is a hang snatch, meaning the weight is not going to touch the floor in between our reps. Kettlebell variation first. I will say if you have never done a kettlebell snatch before, this is not the time to start learning it and really breaking it down. If you want something like that, reach out to me. I'm happy to give you a little bit more of an in-depth demo if that's a skill that you want to acquire. Otherwise, you're sticking dumbbell today. But my kettlebell folks, just as a reminder, we're gonna bring that weight into one hand. We're coming right below the knees, so we don't wanna go down so far that we're basically touching the floor. So I'm gonna bring my fist right around knee height. We take a big inhale. We pop that weight up overhead, re-rack, back to your hang. For my dumbbell people, weight's actually gonna stay neutral, or your palm will stay neutral here instead. And then it's the same movement. We're pulling back, punching the ceiling. We get that nice jump from the legs to help get the weight up there. Hence, 5 pounds heavier than your pressing weight. So we find our hang, jump it up, re-rack, and down. One more time, down, and reset, all right? I'm gonna show kettlebell for this first round, just to get it out of the way. We're gonna go 5 on each side. No rest between sides, okay? So grab your weight of choice. Let's get on into it. We're gonna do this 3 times, but 5 reps here. So find your hang position. We explode it up, reset, and down. Give me 4 more. Once you hit your 5 on one side, we're gonna go right to the other. I'm gonna give ourselves a chance to catch our breath, all get on the same page. We're going left arm, pull punch, or whatever opposite side you didn't start with, all right? So give me 5 more in your own time. Once you're done there, we're putting a minute on the clock. Excellent work. All right, so round 2, I'm gonna show dumbbell from here on out because I'm gonna assume a lot more people are utilizing a dumbbell variation. That being said, big thing we wanna think about here, this is a power exercise. So what does that mean? Power is speed strength. So that means that we want to move this weight as quickly as we can. Once the weight starts to slow down, we're really not utilizing as much power as we want to be here. So this is why I always say start a little bit more moderate as you're getting into the movement. Maybe this is your first time doing hang snatches. Just 5 pounds heavier than what you would strict press for a lot of reps, okay? As you get better at this, you're gonna notice this is really lower body dominant. Even though this is on our upper body day, we're really using this to prime ourselves to get these shoulders nice and warmed up, but we're using the hips to help. So the more power you can get through those legs, through that hip extension, the heavier you'll be able to lift over the 4 weeks, okay? Let's go for round 2. I got right arm, hinge it over, explode it up. Treat it like a vertical jump. Again, we don't wanna muscle this weight up there. We wanna push with the hips. Once you hit 5 on one side, you're going right to the second side. Switch it up. I need you all Ooh, okay. Ditch that weight when you're done. One final minute on the clock. So we've talked about what this is doing. We've talked about how to get the legs involved. Let's start to think about that opposite arm, because you'll notice as I'm going through this, my opposite arm is also helping with the momentum. I like to think of using my other arm in the same way that my hips are moving. So I'm starting back with my hips. My other arm is starting back. As I come up, weight is coming to the shoulder. This arm is mimicking what the hips and the arm are doing. I'm punching through to get it up there. So that in real time. So all that's doing as the weight gets heavier, it's giving you more stuff to pull from to get that weight up speedily or as quickly as possible. Now that takes time and everyone has their own approach with it. Sometimes if you just feel like you don't know what to do with that other arm, just keep it tucked in, okay? The mechanics of it will come with time, and ideally that's something that we're really working on over the 4 weeks. Let's go for this one more time. I'm gonna stick with my dumbbell variation, 5 and 5. Let's go for it. Ooh, take your time finishing that out. Let's chat really quickly about what we're moving into for the bulk of our strength work today, as we're all frantically catching our breath. So we have 2 blocks. We're gonna do a push block and a pull block. These are a nice way to work on some max strength, as well as to work on some hypertrophy and some burnouts, hence the name build and burn, all right? So just know the volume is really high. You can scale this over the 4 weeks. I don't expect it to be 100% perfect on week 1, but let week 1 really dictate what you need to work on over the next 4 weeks. So we're gonna start with our push block. We're gonna be doing a nice heavy chest press for 5 to 6 reps. So grab something that's heavy enough to challenge you there. If you've got a bench, we're doing it on the bench. If you don't, we're doing it on the floor, all right? We're also gonna be moving into some push-ups, either on an incline or on the floor. So if you do not have floor push-ups, make sure you've got a chair or a bench to work on. And then finally, we're gonna end it with some chest flies, again, bench or chair. The chest flies are going to be very high rep, lots of time under tension. So I would not push the load. I would go a little bit lighter than you typically would for 10 reps, because we're probably gonna get in more, okay? So grab all of those equipment pieces and I will meet you back for our push block. All right, so for our push block, we are starting with our nice heavy chest press. We are looking for 5 to 6 reps that take us up to a nice 8 out of 10 in terms of our intensity. 8 out of 10 means that we have about 2 reps left in the tank, okay? Now that being said, I know we do not have unlimited access to equipment at home, so if you need to push the reps higher to find that 8 out of 10, also absolutely fine, but we're gonna treat this like we do have something to hit more of that max strength realm. So either on the floor or on the bench, we're gonna go for 5 to 6 reps. If you are someone who is blessed with a barbell at home, I would say pause me, take a few warm-up sets, but otherwise we're gonna hop right on into it. So let's make our way onto the floor, onto the bench. 5 to 6 chest presses in your own time. Once you hit your 5 to 6 reps, we ditch that weight and we are coming into some push-ups. So you're probably like, oh my God, chest pressing and push-ups, same muscle group? Yes. Now, if you have an incline and you are somebody who does not have a ton of floor push-ups, you are gonna be able to start on the floor and work your way up as needed, okay? We're gonna be doing this for time, 30 seconds. If you are someone who likes to count reps instead, we're aiming for 10, okay? So that's our big goal. So we're gonna put 30 seconds on the clock. I'm gonna start on the floor. I will show you incline in the next round, but let's go for it. Hop on down. We got 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So this is all about time under tension. We're trying to get a nice big muscle burn going here. We're putting together a nice heavy exercise, a moderate exercise, and then a light one for lots of reps. So you are gonna be building muscle and finding that nice burning sensation. So this is also a great way to build some mind-muscle connection. We're out in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take 15 seconds. We're going into some chest flies. Grab a moderate load. Back, you're on your back. You're on your bench or you're on the floor. Whoo, this one's gonna be for 45 seconds. Long push, start it up. So we inhale open, exhale to close.
Why do we stand still when we're older? Time to pack it in, time to fold up. I just wanna know what's the whole.
You got about 20 seconds left here. We should be getting 10 plus reps. Hence, a little bit lighter loads than normal. We're out in 4, 3, 2, pull it in 1, roll it up. Excellent work. We're taking 2 whole minutes here. Whoo, unheard of. So here's the thing. You can see right off the bat, lots of chest. Tons and tons and tons of chest getting involved here. We also have some tricep, some shoulder, all of that other good stuff going on. What we're really trying to do is maximize our time and efficiency and get a really big sore stimulus through the upper body. This is gonna be a nice baseline at the beginning of our 3-month block, really focused on max strength and hypertrophy, so that you can understand as we get into our next cycle, what muscles you're actually pulling from in these bigger lifts, okay? A lot of times, one of the biggest things that people have trouble with is actually feeling what muscles are working. This is a great way to touch on some heavier stuff where maybe you don't feel that as much, and then really start to work into the lighter, higher rep stuff that gets that nice mind-muscle connection, that nice muscle burn. So we get a little bit best of both worlds, Hannah Montana style, okay? You got a whole nother minute of recovery. Whew, so just start to set your space back up. Give yourself this entire time. If you want to, go for a little pace around your house. If you want to give yourself a little stretch, grab a sip of water. Now's the time to do it. I'm going to tell you right now, it is very rare we ever take 2 full minutes of rest. It's very rare that you ever see that happening in a program with me or a lot of times online. You will notice that your performance improves with this 2 full minutes. If I just gave you 1 minute and we tried to go right back into our chest presses and push-ups and chest flies, you'd have to drop load. The goal is we can keep the load that we started with the entire time, okay? But look at that, 15 seconds left, we're almost there. It's not so bad, right? 2 whole minutes. So let's make our way down. We're gonna go 5 to 6 heavy chest presses. This is round 2 of 3. Start it up, let's go.
Don't you know? Unforgettable, don't you know? Candlelight on your golden skin, slow grind to a beat we feel within. No rush.
Once you hit your 5 to 6 reps, ditch those weights. And we're gonna go right into our push-ups. So again, 30 seconds here. I started on the floor. I'm gonna go for some incline this round simply because I don't wanna work that hard, but remember, you can always start on the floor. When you fatigue, hop up to your incline or keep them here the whole time. Let's go for it. 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. If you are someone who prefers counting reps, again, our goal is about 10. That's what we're going for. You got 10 seconds left. Good, take 15 seconds. Make your way down to your floor or your bench. Grab your chest fly weight. 45 seconds coming up here. So we're trying to get higher rep than what we just did for our push-ups. You can see we're starting nice and low, moderate, nice and high. Let's go for it. 45 here. You got 15 seconds. Keep pushing. We're out in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. 2 minutes. Take the full rest. So this is going to be our last cycle of rest in this push block. Why did I say that so weird? Push block. Then we're going to move into our pull block. I think that was a mix of like push and pull. It was a gruel moment, a Katie Heron moment. Oh my God, if I make one more millennial reference, I don't know, it's either going to hurt me or help me. I don't know, you tell me. All right, we have plenty of rest left, 2.5 minutes. So start to get your weights in order. Let's chat about where we're going into after this, just so you have an idea of what's left in the workout, and then we'll refocus ourselves on the moment. So we're gonna do our pull block next, structured exactly the same way. Kind of that 5, 10, 20 is the rep range we're aiming for, or 5, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. We are gonna start with some eccentric push presses. So same idea as our snatches. We wanna grab a set of weights that's about 5 pounds heavier than we would just strict overhead press. If you are somebody who has a pull-up bar and you'd rather work on pull-ups, that's gonna be your other option. If you do have a pull-up bar and you wanna work on pull-ups, it can be any variation, eccentrics, jumping up, lowering down, banded, whatever you feel comfortable with, but it's gonna be a nice heavy 5, okay? After that, we're gonna do some single arm bent over rows, 30 seconds on each side, and then we're gonna go into some rear delt flies. That's gonna be for our 45 seconds. So again, same structure, starting nice and heavy, lower rep, working our way up, and just scaling that difference as we go. We are going to be sore. We're gonna be sore tomorrow. Let's go for it. So we got 20 more seconds. If you feel like you can go up in weight right here, you feel like you have a little bit more in the tank, go for it. If you are in your 4th week here, this is your last set, go for it, okay? Empty the tank. We're really trying to decipher our baselines and all of these different movement qualities. So let's really start to play. Think of that element of play with your weights, okay? 5 to 6, I'll meet you back for push-ups. Once you hit your 5 to 6, you are done with chest pressing. I'll give everybody a moment to catch on up. Whew, I'm gonna set my chest fly weights just so I have them readily available. We're going incline or floor push-ups, 30 seconds here. Let's start this guy up in 4, in 3, 2, and 1, let's go. Again, if you are more of a rep person, we're aiming for 10. If you hate counting, you have less than 10. Keep on pushing. We're out of this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take 15. We're going right into those chest flies. 45 seconds. Again, 10 plus is the goal here. So if you notice you're really starting to slow down, drop the amount of weight you're using. Let's start it up in 3, 2, and 1. Finish out this push block. Let's go. You have 15 seconds left. Let's see if you can get out a handful of more reps. Really empty the tank here. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. All right, really quickly, let's chat about where we're going. So again, our big heavy lift is either going to be an eccentric push press, so you want something about 5 pounds heavier for both arms that you would strict press with, or you're gonna work on pull-ups, okay? So take a second, just grab those first sets of weights, and I will meet you back. All right, hopping into our pull block. So this is gonna round out our workout for the day. If you are working on pull-ups, again, literally any variation that you want, but your 5th rep, you should have maybe 1 or 2 left in the tank, okay? So banded, weighted, chin up, pull up, neutral grip, grip, eccentrics, whatever you want to work on. I'm going to leave that up to you. My free weight people, we're going to do an eccentric push press. So that just means that we are controlling the lowering phase to get more of your lat involved. So we're going to use the legs to pop this guy up there. We find that nice neutral spine. We lower down, elbows tight for 3, for 2, for 1. We're going to go for 5 reps there. Again, weight in each hand. I'm going about 5 pounds heavier than I would just strict press. So I've got a set of 30s here, okay? Since my strict press weight is 25s. You can really scale this up or down over the 4 weeks as you need to. Regardless, we are all just going for 5, okay? Let's go for it. Rack those weights up. Let's do the first 2 together. So big inhale. Exhale, we push press it up. We lower down tight for 3, for 2, for 1, right back up. We pull down for 3, for 2, for 1, give me 3 more. When you're done, let that go. Excellent work. We're going single arm bench over row. So this is gonna be for time, 30 seconds, or again, if you like reps, 10 reps. I would say just because of the volume of everything, maybe go a little bit lighter to start with what you would usually do for a single arm row if it was standalone, because we are compounding a lot of volume and fatigue here, okay? But you can always add or decrease as needed. So 30 seconds on the clock. If you're using a bench, I want you kneeling on it. If you're using a chair, you're gonna take here or here, just something for some added hand support, okay? Let's go, 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! So I'm pulling up to the hip, let it come all the way down. Notice that I'm really using a little bit of a pop, momentum to get it up, control the down phase, and I'm letting my shoulder blade glide forward. So we don't just wanna be fixed in this one position. You've got just about 10 seconds. Again, if you are a rep person, we are going for 10. We're gonna go right to the second side, but we'll get a quick 15-second recovery here. Good, flip it around. Ooh, it is a lot to talk and do this. I don't recommend. But we're gonna go to that second side, start to think about how this felt in terms of loading, in terms of fatigue. We go for round 2 or side 2. 30 more seconds, 10-ish reps.
No songs, just thoughts. She smoking like what? Smoking like. She smoking like I'm on the road like.
We got less than 10. We got 1 more exercise after this. Keep pushing through for 3, 2, 1. Let it go. All right, we're gonna cut our rest time for a moment, make it a little longer just so we can explain this next drill. So if you are somebody with an incline bench, we're actually gonna bring it up to a nice moderate incline, and we're gonna do a chest supported rear delt fly. Actually, let's see, I like that better. So I'm going light, I'm going 5s because this is gonna be a long period of time. I'm coming down into the ugliest position you've ever seen, chest supported. We're coming out to the side and down. Toes are tucked under for support, and you can even rest your head down if that feels better. We're just gonna drop those right there. So if you do not have anything like that that works, you can grab your weights, find a hinge position instead, and you're gonna do normal rear delt flies. Here's a few options if you feel like you need a little more support. You can back your butt up against something so you're more supported. You can also, imagine this is higher, rest your head on something. So you have a lot of options to make this rear delt fly more supported. We're gonna go 45 seconds. The goal is more than 10 reps, which you definitely will get in. Keep in mind, especially if you're in more of that hinged position, it can be a lot on the low back. So feel free to come up, shake it out as needed, and then hop back in, okay? Let's go, 45 seconds on the clock. In 3, in 2, and 1.
But here I am in your car at 2 a.m. Your perfume's still the same. Brings me right back to that summer rain. We were young and wild and scared. Didn't know what we had, didn't know we cared. But now you're looking at me like that, and I'm falling fast. So let's.
You can feel this guy sneaks up on you quickly. We got less than 15. Again, I'm taking little quick shakeouts just to give my muscles a chance to get that nice burnout. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your 2 whole minutes. Whew. And be very careful getting up out of that. All right, so I'm just gonna strategically start to place my weights where I need them. Again, we're going 2 whole minutes here. Perfect, that's math. So when we go into this next round, really start to think about the different muscle feeling that we want to get from each exercise. So if we think about the pull-ups or the push presses, this should feel heavy, but not necessarily super muscle burny like this last exercise, right? And that is the technical term, muscle burny. For your bent over rows, it should feel challenging, and it should feel good at the beginning, difficult at the end. For these, this should be one of those exercises where you need little micro breaks throughout to keep going. It should feel almost like your muscles are going to cramp, okay? So this is the scale or the wave of intensity and muscle sensation that we're going for. We're trying to identify all of these different exercises. A little bit more compound, little bit more accessory, little bit more isolated burnout, okay? We have about 45 seconds left, so start to think about the weights that you have access to. Do you need to go up or down anywhere? Ideally, I would love for you to pick, am I a rep person or am I a time person? So I'm always more of a rep person. I just like tracking reps. I like counting. It's very like zen for me. So really think about, am I getting all of my reps? So for the bent over row, it's gonna be 10. For this guy, it's 5. Or am I making my way through the entire time? I want you to really try to make that your goal over the next 4 weeks, okay? We have 15 seconds. So we are going push-ups. Nope. Pull-ups or, I'm a little behind in my brain. We're going pull-ups or eccentric push presses. What I'm trying to do here is pack my lat down and really get that nice stabilization, okay? Let's do it. 5 in your own time. Once you are done there, take a breather. We're gonna slowly make our way over to our bent over row station. So again, 10 reps or 30 seconds, whatever you wanna use as your metric to track your growth over the 4 weeks. Let's go, first side in 3, 2, and 1.
Y solita enrola un blon. Siempre fuiste la santita del salón. Ahora mírate a mi lado y tiendo Prada y Louis Vuitton. Y yo que ya me había acostumbrado a estar solo. Tanto tiempo que la verdad ni valor.
We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it around, take 15. Whoo! All right. Now, little micro breaks are totally fine. I would say though, if your form starts to suffer or you're getting way less than the 30 seconds or way less than 10 reps, your load's a little high. Start it up. So really check in with yourself. It might be an instance where you need to start a little bit lighter. Maybe you start heavier and work your way down. Maybe that drop happens in the middle of your set, right? You start heavier. When you burn out, you go lighter. You have so many ways to challenge yourself with this style of workout. And it really comes down to your equipment and what you're trying to get as your end goal, okay? We got 3, 2, 1. Take 15 seconds. I'm gonna pop my bench up. We are going right into that rear delt fly. Woo! All right. 45 seconds in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go.
Where you at? Oh, baby, where's your love? She said she love me, but I also love these drugs. I sell it all, sell it by the zip. Say she wanna fuck with me, I'm fires at the hits. Oh, and she see me and I see her too. She in the back room smoking like we smoking both. I'm turned up, double cut, champagne in the bed. Said she love me, but I know she really love this dick.
Mami, tú tienes un flow cabrón.
Final 15. Arms should be shaking. Back should be screaming. Final 10. Let's go. Exhale. Use that breath. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh man, this is the most unattractive position to be in. All right, we have 2 whole minutes here. So, final round. Oh, it's worse getting out of it. Yikes. Glad that's my internet footprint. Last round. So you know the drill. You know what we're aiming for in terms of intensity, in terms of sensation. Now I just want you to check in and make sure we're staying there for the remainder of our workout. Take a seat, grab a sip of water, really use this 2 minutes to slow your breath down, okay? What we don't want is to go into this last set 100% gassed. You should feel gassed, okay? You should feel fatigue, but you should also be able to regenerate enough strength for these last 2 minutes to maintain for the last push here, okay? So again, as we go through this 4 weeks, especially on week 1, I've been doing this block on my own, and I have really had to note, okay, rowing 50 pounds for this block. Not gonna cut it. I gotta start lighter, okay? This is not necessarily, in terms of our accessory movements, the load that's gonna be like, I just hit a PR. This is the load that's more moderate or lighter, and you're getting that nice muscle sensation, okay? The heavier stuff, the pull-ups, the push-ups, the push pressing with the slow lower, that's the stuff where you can really start to push a little bit of the load, but also keeping in mind, we've got a lot of volume here, okay? So even if over the 4 weeks you maintain and you stay constant with that heavy lift, I'm thrilled with that. You're gonna see in our next cycle how things change a little bit, and we're really gonna start to push the load and the reps there, okay? We have, 15 seconds. Wow, she really talked for that one. All right, final 10. We got 5 push presses or pull-ups of choice. This is our last set, and this is it, everybody. See you at home. Let's go.
I dance in the faded lights, laughing with strangers just to feel alright, acting like I'm doing fine, but it's hard when your heart's still back in time.
Once you're done your heavy 5, bring it over to your bench or your chair, and we are going bench over rows. I'll give everybody a moment, catch their breath, get themselves situated. We start this up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds or 10 reps. You got 10 seconds left. Check in with that form. Are we starting to row up to the armpit? Are we starting to round over? Really puff that chest open, elbow back, and switch sides. Take 15. All right, almost there. Home stretch, everybody. This is the part where we want to quit. Don't quit. We're here. We got each other. Let's go for it. We got 3, 2, and 1. Final 10 or 30 for our rows. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take 15. Let's get set up for our rear delt fly of choice. Woo. All right. Almost there. Home stretch, everybody. We start this up. Final 45 in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. You have 30 seconds left. If you're in this chest supported position, try to get those arms up as high as you can. If you're in this bent over position, keep reaching your hips back. You can sit more on your support or rest your head down. If you start to feel that low back, stand up, shake it out. We are all out of this in 10. Let's go. I ditched my weight, so I'm just gonna show it like this. We're out in 5, 4, 3, 2, come on up 1. Ooh, excellent, excellent work. So this workout should feel hard. It should feel challenging. You should have little spaghetti noodle arms right now, okay? But hopefully by the end of 4 weeks, we have felt stronger and more capable and more understanding of the different types of strength we're trying to pull from here. As always, any questions, leave them below, and I'll see you in the next one.